Scatter music.
What if they type?
I was just at Red Rocks with Danny. He was performing with Flatbush Zombies.
Nice.
Fire.
It was
Holy
crazy.
Shit,
It was
dude.
bro. I was
what a
on
fucking show.
I was on
That had to be
3
awesome.
grams of mushrooms on stage at Red Rocks.
Good
with
Lord.
Danny,
Wow.
Right.
sold out. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy
That's
experience.
fucking dope.
But
That had to have been insane.
Red Rocks is in Denver, which
Right.
has the
Yes.
altitude, and when you were like, if you would have any type of physical activity, you run out of breath mad
Yeah.
quick.
Oh, yeah.
So when we get backstage, they have an oxygen tank for each of us.
Oh,
So we're just walking around like old people at a casino. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know when you go to the casino and it's just the pack
Got your
of
little
old
car.
people.
Yeah,
that
that's
was us
amazing.
walking around backstage with
Yo,
our
that's
fucking
awesome.
our oxygen mask tanks.
I wonder.
Dude, I
did
love
they
it.
Did you go out into like the crowd at all? that
Yeah,
night?
yeah.
That's a hell of a walk,
Did they have
man.
like the oxygen fucking bars out there at all?
I think they do have like you can buy. It's like a spray can. That
Oh
you
yeah,
like.
yeah. They sell those at Walmart and Walgreens and shit.
yeah.
But
That's
back
what
in,
they. Yeah, that shit's crazy.
in fucking Texas when I was stationed there during the army. They had fucking oxygen bars at the bars. Like you go to the bar.
Oh, yeah.
you're
Yeah, I
drinking,
remember
and
it
then
when
you
that
have
was, like, a really
fucking
big thing.
oxygen bar with fucking flavors and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried that in the late 90s.
Actually, I think
I was
there's
just
one.
down
I
in
think there's
Texas.
still one up
Austin?
in the falls, like in that
place is
hotel
fire.
where the rainforest is.
Oh, with the Rainforest Hotel?
The
or
Rainforest Cafe.
Is that
Okay.
I'm
still
pretty
there?
I
sure
was
they
just
have-
talking about how Rainforest Cafe is like the worst idea for a restaurant, but I miss it so much.
Right?
Niagara
Well, there's
Falls.
one up in Niagara Falls.
I think they're all out of business.
No, there's
No.
one in Niagara Falls.
Shamil, we're staying another day.
I'll take you there
Shit.
personally.
Yeah, they
Next
right.
time I
Oh.
come up, we'll do a
Hell
podcast.
yes.
in
Yo, that would be
fucking
amazing.
Yes, with the and then like the elephant.
Yeah, how
Well,
can
I
you
mean-
eat through that shit? It's like
It's-
you're going to
bro.
be attacked. I remember.
But
So
that
you're
shit's-
from you're from Massachusetts, and did they have a Kahunaville?
Oh, you guys know I worked at Kahunaville,
No, I don't
right?
think we had a Kahunaville.
So it
what's
was just
Kahunaville?
like fuck.
Oh, you
Kahunaville
didn't
was
live
just
here
like
then, yeah.
Rainforest Cafe.
Okay.
But it was local.
A Hawaiian themed type one.
Okay, instead of like the
Yeah.
Amazon
As I remember,
And-
as like a 7-year-old kid passing
Hey,
this place.
don't make me that old.
I'm
I
sorry,
worked
but
there.
I was like, really,
Not when he was 7.
Oh, probably.
like,
Dude.
and
We're not
because
that old.
right next to it was
True.
was it Jeepers, Jeters?
No, it was a oh god, it was a putt-putt place for
But
a
what
while.
was that place that was there? Jeepers.
Oh
it
my
had the
God.
roller
Was it an
coaster
indoor
in it.
putt-putt place?
Yeah, it was birdies and bogeys.
Indoor putt-putt places I literally can't go back to. Because, like, outdoor putt-putt places, fantastic. Indoor, they always got black lights.
yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
this was like bright lights. I mean, this was again the early '90s, so
No black lights?
no black lights.
Okay.
But
fucking
Kahunaville
hate
was
that
dope. And then like we all as servers and hostesses, we'd have to get up and dance like every hour on the hour.
I feel
to,
bad.
like,
I
the
have,
car
Sounds
wash.
like a nightmare.
I have
was a-
another
I
date
had-
story,
I
but
had
I
every
feel like I don't want to just be doing date stories on the podcast.
Oh, but was it
Well,
a
it's
date
almost
story
Valentine's
to?
Day,
Was it a
right?
date story to Rainforest Cafe?
It was to an indoor putt-putt place.
Oh, we gotta hear this then.
Yes.
With black light.
Oh man.
We had fooled around in the car beforehand,
Oh my
as
God.
one
I
does.
think I see where this
I
is.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
know
why I was like,
exact-
ooh.
Yeah, you know exactly. And there's this fucking group of children in front of us, and we walk in, and she just has this huge stain on her shirt and the black light. This fucking huge
This
cum.
big like
Literally, and the kids keep like
Fucking
looking at it like,
amazing.
What's that? And we're like, we gotta go. Like, we can't.
Mayo.
That's
it was Mayo. mayo.
amazing.
I was eating a hoagie.
Right? Oh my god, that is.
That was my
hilarious.
final date story.
I love.
No, that
yo,
was a good.
That was a
good
great
fucking
date
one.
story.
That is. I actually
use
went
your
on a
lighter.
date to a first date to the Rainforest Cafe.
Really?
Up in but the Canadian side.
That's a different one.
And so this was
Makes it
I think
different.
this was before.
Huge
Yeah, it was
difference.
before too.
It's only Canadian.
9/11.
They're more polite. They're like,
So we could just go up there, right?
Excuse me.
Yeah. They're like,
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Can I?
Sorry about that.
I have to make a
Sorry,
lion
a boot.
noise now.
Sorry.
No, but this guy like takes me up to Canada, and as we're for some reason in
that
my
could have
head,
went somewhere else.
I'm thinking
I would never
have-
go on a date across a border.
yeah, right.
Well, but for us, like Canada's so close.
yeah,
like I
true.
used to skip school and go to
I
Toronto for the
definitely
day.
have gone
And,
across the border from some.
Yeah.
With weed?
So-
No.
Well, so I went across the border with weed, right?
Oh, I did
And
that once.
I was I'm in the bathroom and I'm looking through my purse. I'm like, shit, I have like a dime bag in here. Maybe I'll just throw it out. Like, who cares? You know, like whatever. Thank God I did, because this dude had us pulled over at the border. He didn't have a license. I'm like, does he have a? They're like, whose car is this? I'm like, does he have a dead body in the back? Like, what the hell's going on?
Oh my.
And then finally, when they finally released us, they were like, well, you can drive the car home because he doesn't have a license. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not driving this asshole home.
So I just had a show up in Detroit, and in Detroit, have you guys ever been to Detroit? Any
Yep.
of
I
you?
have, yeah,
I
yeah.
have.
So they on the highway they have this thing where it's like exit to Canada, no re-entry.
Oh yeah.
Like,
We have those.
Oh
yep.
yeah, so it's like I was like, does anyone know anyone that's ever fucking gone
Yes.
over the no
So-
re-entry stuff? This fucking dude from the audience yells out, he's like, I know I have. And I'm like, okay. Bro, his Uber driver took the wrong exit, and this dude had an ounce of weed on him. And the Uber driver, like, the Uber driver snitched on him or some shit.
Oh my
damn.
god.
He got arrested because he had a warrant. So he had a warrant out. He had an ounce of
come
weed,
on.
and his Uber driver took the wrong exit on the no re-entry.
Oh,
route.
that
Oh my god.
sucks.
That is
As soon as he would have turned, I would have jumped the fuck out
Bro,
that car.
that's
Right?
see. If I was in an Uber, that's not my car. I would get out of that car and be like,
Get in
I
the
will
fuck
out.
walk. I will walk.
I would-
I,
yeah.
I will
Not it.
walk
In fact,
out
Yeah,
keep
the
my
not it,
shit.
not it.
bro.
I'm
Yeah.
walking the throughway.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
if my Uber driver takes a wrong turn, I always have my GPS open when I'm in an Uber. I'm
Yeah.
like,
You're like, yo, wrong
if,
turn.
if,
bro.
right.
if he takes a wrong turn and adds 3 minutes to my time, I'm freaking the fuck out. Going to Canada, bro? Like,
Right.
Damn right.
Like, you're taking me to a whole
Whole
other
nother
fucking
country.
country?
literally.
I hate when
What?
Uber drivers go against the fucking map.
Yeah, you don't know best.
Like, just
Yo, right?
If you knew better than
fucking-
GPS, you wouldn't be an Uber driver. You
Oh yeah. But I'm
Yo.
just fucking drive
Facts.
the fucking map. Just take the fucking map.
It says turn
Wherever
left.
the
Don't
fuck
turn
it-
right. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, this way's gonna be faster, bro. I'm from here.
Yeah.
Fucking just go with the fucking map. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, you're like-
fucking adding on 3 minutes to my fucking time. You're not getting extra money. You're not a fucking taxi.
And like, what if
Chill
you're in
the
the
fuck
what
out.
if you're somewhere that you don't know and you're like in the desert or something, right? And your like Uber driver makes the wrong turn and like you're just like, oh my god, is
That's
that
why I
taking me to
drove
kill me?
from Massachusetts to Detroit. Like, I want my own car. I want to be able to smoke in my car. I don't care it's $250. I'm not paying that to smoke in a rental. It's just
Yeah.
like smoking in a hotel room. I'm just not paying that.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
just not paying it. So I'll drive anywhere to just have my car. I know how to drive my car. I want to I don't trust anyone else, like, driving me. Like,
Yeah.
It's your car. You're
yeah.
comfortable in it. Yeah.
literally,
You know where
fucking-
everything is and how to be in it.
You were
right?
talking about my travel schedule. My car's a 2021 Subaru Forester, not to brag. Fucking
nice ride, though.
lesbian
That
ass
is-
car.
now you only have
With the
That
bike
is a nice
rack.
car.
you had 50,000 miles. In
I got
May.
90,000 miles on that bitch in a year and 5 months. Year and
Damn,
4
Gina.
months.
Yo, he's traveling man.
Damn.
Yeah.
I seen the 50 when I read the fucking one article and it said you said 50,000
Yeah,
miles.
no, I'm at 90,000
I was like,
miles in
holy
a year
fuck.
and 5 months.
Damn, our car's a 2014 and we have 90,000
Right.
on it now.
Yeah,
like,
no. I'm
Right?
really. This is no tobacco in that.
No
shit.
tobacco.
Cool, thanks.
How yeah.
I really do that shit. Like,
yeah.
I don't even think Literally, I think that's the only thing I have going for me is that I am a grinder. I don't think my shit's like good. I don't know why. I'm serious though. Like I think it's
I get what
because
you-
I just put myself in situations and that somehow works out.
Do
Because,
any of
like,
us artists think that our shit is
Are
good
you
though?
sure?
I
You're
know
not
some
Canadian.
people.
Yeah, I was just saying. I'm sure you've been in a room
No,
with some people.
well, I'm just. You have a little bit of a Canadian accent, more so than
Maybe
a
it's
Massachusetts accent
I just
or
have a
New
speech
England.
impediment.
Oh, great. Now you're making fun of the guest.
I know, that's
Just
what I
call him a masshole and get it over with.
I do love doing that, like
Yo, that's
with
funny.
my girl or whatever. If like she makes fun of me like stuttering or something, I was like, I had a speech impediment from a hockey accident, right?
You're like,
that
oh.
just make her feel so bad.
do. I feel bad.
That shit's funny to me.
That's,
Right.
that's real funny.
So Buffalo is your number one favorite rap city?
Ooh,
Raps. I'd say Buffalo is one of my favorite cities.
there it is.
Well, Rap
Ah,
City,
yes,
definitely,
I love
yeah.
this.
Bro, like I've traveled a good amount in my life. But when Shamil and I came to Buffalo for the Buffalo Kids opening, that trip
At
kind
the
of
mall?
like changed. Yeah,
Okay.
that trip, we waited 10 hours in line until our feet hurt. Like I almost got robbed after that night. I almost got robbed by a crackhead outside my Airbnb because we booked an Airbnb in the fucking the worst area of Buffalo. Like fucking, it's so dumb of us.
No, but I mean,
But I loved it because it felt like home. Like Struggle Mike, shout out Struggle Mike. He welcomed me to Buffalo, and I was at his place before here. Like that's one of my favorite people I've ever met because he made me know that I can leave my home and feel at home.
Yeah.
And even if maybe it's because Buffalo was the first place I felt that, but I don't think so. I think I felt like home here for the first time anywhere else, and that's why it's my
That's
favorite.
awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that because we love our city.
That's
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
how I felt about Buffalo. Been here 3 years. This is home.
Where are you from?
I'm from the West Coast. I'm from kind of all over the place, but I grew up in Huntington Beach, and I moved out here from eastern from Reno to Kentucky of all places.
Okay.
I
But now I'm
didn't
here.
know that.
Me
Yeah.
fucks is from Kentucky. Conductor Williams
Oh, well,
lives
that-
in.
Conductor- yeah,
no,
he
he's in
was-
Kansas. They're both Kansas. They're both
Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah,
Those K states.
yeah, right.
those
Yeah.
fucking
Those-
kids.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
Ks.
he's in Missouri, actually, Kansas City, Missouri. Ain't he?
Oh, those fucking K towns.
Those K towns, yeah. The fucking K towns.
Supposed to be a
Damn
Kansas.
them.
So, what is your favorite place to eat in Buffalo?
Oh, damn.
Damn, putting me on the spot like that. Honestly, I don't care what anyone says. Dr. Birds has showed me so much
Oh,
love.
I love Dr. Birds.
They showed me so much love and their food's so good. So there's one of them out in Chicago too.
Really?
Yeah. The owner son went out there and opened it's like a fancy Dr.
Oh, okay.
Birds,
Oh,
like
okay.
a real sit down restaurant. Crazy story, the first time I came to Buffalo, the first thing I did, Shamil and I went to Dr. Birds, and in our Airbnb, I film a video of myself eating Dr. Birds, listening to Dr. Birds.
Nice.
And I did this on the day, this is like, that song had just come out at that point, and I'm
Right.
like, I'm eating Dr. Birds, listening to Dr. Birds, this is the fucking dream, or some dumb shit like that, just stoned out of my mind.
Yo,
And like Conway
That's fire.
shared it, and people recognized me at the Buffalo Kids opening because of that video I posted the night
That's
before.
what's up.
And that's when
That's
I was like, oh,
awesome.
people know who I am from shit I do on the internet. Like that's
Yeah.
another reason I loved Buffalo was from Dr. Birds. Funny roundabout story. My friend Jay and I are in Chicago and we're eating at the Dr. Birds because we had to. And the owner comes out and he's like, "You're the guy from the video. You're the guy from the video."
Yo.
He didn't
Yo,
know about the podcast. He didn't know about my connection to Griselda.
Oh, wow.
He didn't know about comedy. He only knew me from that video,
From that
like
video?
a
That's
year and a
crazy.
half before.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's awesome.
Yo, that's great.
that's a dope ass experience.
Yeah,
What do you
so
think-
Dr. Birds, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think the highlight experience that you've had so far,
Like in Buffalo or all around?
all around?
What's my like favorite moment would be That's a tough one. I think, man,
Last night.
that's
That's pretty huge, though, right? It was-
yeah, that was pretty huge. There's so many crazy ones, like so much shit I've done I never would have expected. Like, I don't know, it's just, that's a tough one. Hearing my voice on a Conway album.
Yo.
I almost brought that today. I should have, but I left it at home and I always forget him.
It's that's a pretty crazy one.
That
Being
is
Bruiser, hearing Danny be like he's Bruiser. These like
Yeah.
this. We were in the
Can we
green
go
room.
there next?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were all in the green room on Thanksgiving, and this dude was like, "You're a comedian," and Danny's like, "He's a Bruiser." And he's like, you have comedians on Bruiser? And he's like, Sam's one. And I was like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah.
When I was a freshman in high school, I used to take Triple X, Danny's album, produced by Skywalker, the whole thing, to my drum teacher, and I learned drums by him writing out those songs. So like Skywalker's one of my closest friends, and Danny's like a good friend. Like I'm Bruiser now,
You're
so like
Bruiser,
that shit's
so-
crazy to me.
That's
That shit-
nuts,
That's
man.
dope.
Yo,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up because I was definitely gonna bring that up because Danny is like, my wife and I, we love Danny. Like that fucks with him heavy.
He's oh my god, his new shit with The Alchemist.
Yeah, King.
I wish I won't spoil the story,
Right.
but he has such a crazy story about recording a song with The Alchemist. That's
I'm
like-
excited.
that album's gonna be insane, and it's coming soon.
Yeah,
There's gonna
Uncle
be so
Al and
many
Danny.
amazing
Jesus.
I just did my second episode with Sky. It'll be coming out soon.
Oh hell yeah! Nice.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
So what was did you ever have one of those like, holy crap, I can't believe I'm here right now moments?
That Westside interview.
Yo.
Yo,
Yeah.
that was crazy. And
I want to like on the record give that story though, because that
Okay.
I don't think people like when you watch it you can be like, oh, that's a cool interview.
Yeah.
As I love that.
dude,
Double
that,
fisting.
That interview
But-
to me was like, how the fuck did you get?
So let's
It's
hear the
crazy.
story.
So,
Okay,
but I wanna-
put it on the record.
Yeah, I
On
want
the
to put it
record.
on the record what
All right.
happened. I had tweeted Westside once that I would, when I gave him an interview, I'd give him one of the best interviews he's ever had because he only has like, I think at this point 13 interviews out. I tweeted that when we were in Chicago because I got to tour with them, like as media, you know. When we were in Chicago, the first date of the tour at the pop-up shop, I asked him to do the podcast, and he goes, of the Griselda tour, he goes, I don't do many interviews. You see Benny and Conway doing interviews. You don't see me doing interviews. He goes, but I see what you're doing, and you'll get it when you're ready. You're not ready yet, but you'll get it when you're ready.
Oh man.
And that I was like, word. I'll leave it at that. If that's how he feels, I won't ask him again.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So fast forward, Rome's first date on Rome's Kiss the Ring tour. Amazing album, amazing
It is.
performer,
Oh, hell yeah.
incredible.
Oh my God.
He's performing at Brighton Music Hall, and that's in Massachusetts. It's a venue in Mass.
Yeah.
And I had to go to support. Rome's my boy, so I
Yeah.
had to go and support. I didn't even know Wes was going to be there, but Wes was at the Celtics game and the wrestling in Boston the night before. So I was like, word, Wes will probably be there. So we're all chilling in the green room. Wes pulls up, and I take a picture with him. We're all chilling. He's like, Buck, you're everywhere, whatever. And then Rome goes on stage. We all go on stage with them. They perform. And then we all leave the stage so Rome can do his own shit. And we're all sitting upstairs in the green room of Brighton Music Hall. Stove, 1,000 Words, me, fucking Bori Rock, Al Davino,
Jeez.
Westside.
Damn, Gina.
We're all just chilling upstairs. And there was a couple others, like Coach and whatever. But I'm having a conversation with 1,000 Words, and West is just having a conversation with someone over in the corner. We're like probably as far away as we are to that table right there.
Okay,
Like West is
okay.
over there,
Right.
I'm here. and Wes just randomly goes, "Hey Sam, you want to do the interview right now?" Like out of the blue. We're not
Right.
even talking to each other. Like I haven't talked to him in
Like across
like,
the room.
from across,
Yeah.
and I go, "I have my equipment in my car." Like, and he's like, "Well, no, we have to leave. Like, we're going to the studio. Like, well, if you want to do it, let's do it now." And I'm like, Word. And then he goes, and prepare 3 questions. And I asked more than 3 questions on that interview. Mm-hmm. But he just said that out of the blue. I think he wanted to like test me to see me in that moment. And I literally, before him asking that question, within 30 seconds is when the podcast starts.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Within 30 seconds, I hand 1,000 words my phone. I go like this. I turn my phone off low battery mode. I hand it to him. Good things, 1,000 words is one of the best photographers
so
ever.
right?
He knows how to film.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know how the audio was going to be. There's 30 people in the room. I didn't know. There's no microphones. I literally, and then we went to the studio with Wes until 6 in the morning. Rome, stove, me, 1,000 words. We're at Grubby Pause's studio. Until 6 in the morning. He played us unreleased music. He showed us the movie.
That's
like, we
my
got to see
God.
the clip of the movie for the first
Goosebumps
time.
over here.
Oh man.
That's amazing.
And we ate Domino's, and we were
Right?
like very friendly. But that whole time, I'm like, I haven't even listened to the audio. I don't know how
Yeah,
this
yeah,
looks.
yeah.
I don't know how this sounds. It's sitting
You're
on my
so
phone.
right,
Right.
yo.
Sitting on
You're
my
you're totally.
phone.
You're like, I'm here in this dope
Literally.
spot, and I'm really fucking concerned about this
'Cause
more
the
than
episode
everything.
could have been shit. And
right.
it literally,
Oh my God.
for what it was and for what that story was, I don't care that it's 20 minutes long, because at the end of the podcast, you see Rome get off stage. You literally see Rome get off stage.
Right.
1,000 pans the camera, and you see Rome literally coming off stage for the first time of his first major headlining tour ever. Wes is holding Kip, shout out Kip DeFog, holding
DeFog, man.
Kip's paintings. Kip was my first friend in this Griselda shit. I literally
Right.
was looking for Kip's artwork and was about to give up. He has murals around the city of Worcester, and I was about to give up, and I'm on the phone with my dad. True story. I'm on the phone with my dad, and I'm like, I couldn't find his artwork. I'm going to leave. And then this dude comes up to me, and he's like, nice Griselda hoodie. And that's Kip. And we've been
Oh my
friends
God.
ever since. Like, for him to be holding Kip's artwork during the podcast, like, that was the perfect podcast for me. And I do think, with that story and with everything, that was the best I could have
Hey,
done.
is that
That's
was
awesome.
that answered your question.
yeah, right.
And
Yeah, right.
and it went on the record. So
Exactly.
So
exactly.
that's the full story
Yeah.
of how that
That's
podcast
awesome.
as you're telling
happened.
that story, I see like this like shining light coming down over the situation. Like
Right.
that's one of those magical moments, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you'll never ever.
the moment.
Yo,
The
it just
Conway
gets
I mean,
story
maybe
is
that,
just
but-
as crazy. The way the Conway podcast happens, literally just as crazy.
Okay,
like,
let's hear it.
She said, "Okay."
Well,
let's
if
hear it."
it's
I got,
crazy-
I want to hear another
So-
something else after this.
So I was going to, yo, this whole story. This is a podcast. I can tell the long version of
Yeah,
this
man.
story.
Right.
Yeah, you're
So
a
I was
podcaster on a podcast.
Going to Danny's for Bruiser Thanksgiving, the first Bruiser Thanksgiving
Okay.
I had ever been invited to. I went to that, met Danny for the first time. Crazy experience. On the way back is Benny's birthday in Rochester.
Okay.
So we go to Benny's birthday in Rochester. Shout out Rock City Mark. He gets us in. We go to Benny's birthday in Rochester and hang out there. That was an incredible. I have a whole bit about that
That's
night.
probably
That's a
insane.
crazy story. So we do that. Then as we're leaving Rochester the next day, Conway's manager texts me and is like, hey, Conway might want to do the podcast. So we literally turn around after that whole trip, go back to Buffalo, get to Buffalo at like 1, set up the podcast, and we sit there until about 10 p.m. He said he'll be there by 3, whatever. We sit
Yeah.
there until 10 p.m. His manager texts us and is like, hey, he's actually doing a club appearance, but he'll do the podcast after the club appearance.
Oh, damn.
Come to the club with us. So what's that big club where they do hip-hop karaoke? Or,
Town Ballroom.
Where it
no,
was
not
before.
town.
That's where they
venue.
do.
Oh,
Venue.
We're at Venue. This place is sold out for hip hop karaoke, and my friend Jay and I go in, and Khan invites us backstage, like, and we're in VIP with him. We're just drinking. We literally are, and it hits like 2 a.m. or whenever they close, 1 a.m. And he's like, all right, let's.
I think 4 a.m.
But whenever the
Yeah.
event was over, it was probably
Okay.
2 a.m. It was probably 2 a.m. when the event was over. And they were like, Khan was like, all right, let's do this podcast.
Yo.
And so we go to Struggle Mike's place where all the shit's set up. And shout out Kev Mack, amazing rapper from Buffalo, great dude. He stayed there the whole time with the equipment
Yeah.
until it's 2:30 in the morning. And we do that Conway interview, which is like
amazing.
a legendary one
Yo.
that ended up being put on the vinyl. But that's the same shit. It was like, all this shit just happens randomly. Like the shit you want to happen most, that shit happens randomly. It's just like, we could have been like, oh, we're an hour outside of Rochester already. We don't want to turn
Yeah.
around.
Right.
We could have been like, damn, it's now 5 o'clock. We should pack up and leave. Like, nah, you
Yeah.
just gotta wait that.
No, you
shit
gotta
out.
wait it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dead
yeah.
ass. That's what.
That was
Been
a
there.
fucking rant right there.
That
and I
was amazing.
apologize.
Right.
That was amazing. But so we were talking earlier. You said maybe to bring up something interesting. So the Travis Scott story.
Dude, that's so funny. I did, because you were asking about like how Danny, like how I met Danny.
and
shit.
how that whole went
So
down.
I knew Skywalker. I had interviewed a lot of the Bruiser Brigade guys, Bruiser Wolf, JUS, Fat Ray, all amazing dudes, all
Fire.
amazing rappers,
Amazing.
all
like,
incredible.
Like, beyond tapped into the Bruiser Brigade.
You
beyond-
need to.
you
Bruiser
need to
Wolf
be,
is maybe
yeah.
the best rapper ever. But yeah, so I had known them already, and I had this bit the day after Astro World happened.
Oh Jesus.
So when I was 7, I had this bit that I did the day after Astro World happened. I never told it again. I did it at an open mic, and I recorded it. I don't usually record open mic sets. I recorded it and
right?
posted it on Instagram. And the story is about when I was 17 years old, Travis Scott tried to fuck my girlfriend. Like, he tried to steal my girlfriend from me.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. In Boston, at the House of Blues in Boston, he was opening up for Juicy J.
Okay.
And he literally, we went to go take a picture with him, and he tried to, like, steal my girlfriend from me.
That's
So,
crazy.
like, how did it, like, how?
I went to.
Just,
I
like,
was like,
stole
"Hey,
her,
can we
like,
take?"
hey?
We were like, "Hey, can I take a? Can I take a picture?" And he's like, "You can take a picture of us."
Ah, okay.
And he put his hand on her ass, and then he was like, "Hey, you want to like go back to the tour bus and shit?" But she was
Oh,
with
yeah.
me, like whatever. Like
Oh,
she
she
was
was a-
loyal.
yeah.
He wasn't famous yet.
Yeah,
wasn't-
he was just some dude, yeah.
Right.
exactly.
Okay.
So I tell this bit the day after Astro World,
Oh
where
my
I'm like,
God.
I'm happy he killed 9 kids. I hope 10 more die.
Oh my
He tried to
God.
fuck my girlfriend. I'm like, I think that means I can fuck Kylie Jenner. Like, I'll be your next baby daddy. I'm
Yo.
just drunk
Yo.
going
that's
off. I'm
amazing.
just drunk going off. And someone sent that bit to Danny.
Oh
and
my
Danny
God.
was like, what the fuck is this crazy dude saying on stage? I'm
Right.
wearing sweatpants, and I'm like, you can't take me serious because I'm wearing sweatpants right now.
Right, yo.
Like, I'm just going
Yo.
off. And and that's the Travis
That's
Scott.
I'm so
Danny
glad
thing.
that I got to ask that because
fucking
that's
funny.
I was so
I've always
that
had
is
just
funny.
crazy experiences. Like,
yeah,
I've
no,
always,
right,
like-
no, dude.
Right.
I
It's
could-
like rappers lying about stories. I hate when comedians lie about stories. It's like one of my biggest pet peeves. It's like,
Like,
oh,
just
you're
to
gonna
make
tell
something
you're
up.
gonna tell a funny story. Like I'll this whole hour I'll just rattle off crazy shit. You know?
Right,
Like-
That's
right,
fucking
right.
crazy because I was just watching a fucking comedian say that, like, when she was younger, like 19, she was doing comedy and fucking saying that she was fucking all these people and was a fucking virgin. And I was like, yo, that's fucking.
It's kind of weird.
It makes
Yeah.
it
I mean, I guess if you're being super like, there's this comedian Dave Attell, and Dave
Yeah.
Attell
love David Tell.
makes a lot of shit up because his jokes are so outrageous that you know it's a joke.
Yeah.
But if you're pretending like that's your real life,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
right.
guess women doing sex jokes is a little different because maybe you've had slutty experiences, but that doesn't mean you're a fucking all the dudes, which it doesn't matter if you do, but you can make jokes. Like I make
Right.
a lot of sex jokes, but I'm not like I went crazy earlier in my
Right,
life, but
right.
I'm good now.
You're
Like,
good, right. So you're
You
like,
know,
I
like,
have
uh,
these
So you were
experiences.
like
Yeah.
you were a man whore for a little bit.
a little bit,
Okay.
definitely. But then, like, women will
wasn't?
come up after the show and think I'm not how I really am.
Yeah.
You
Right,
know, because
oh.
of how I'm talking on stage.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's all true.
It's
you
right.
know?
You're like,
Exactly.
this is my stage bit.
You get off stage, you're like, hey, you want to go back, daddy?
Are
Right.
you and daddy?
Fuck.
Bro,
It's his
this
favorite
girl
thing. Right.
who came to the show last 2 nights ago in Detroit,
That was 2
I
nights
didn't
ago.
I'm so happy I stayed in the green room until everyone left.
Oh man.
But I didn't. She DM'd me, and then I was like reading back on the DMs because she had DM'd me before, and she was calling me king and shit, and I was like, "That's weird as hell." Like,
Yo.
I don't give off king energy, you know. Like, and so I'm just so happy I didn't have to talk to her.
Right.
So
You're
what?
like, yo,
so
that's
had
hilarious.
she said daddy, would that have been okay?
Daddy's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless, see,
There you
I've
go,
had girls who are
Tober's
older,
got a shot.
but I've had girls older than me call me daddy, and that's not okay.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, that's just weird. Like,
that is
come
a little
on.
weird.
I'm just weirded out by the whole daddy
like
thing.
daddy, I'm like,
Yeah, I think the daddy thing
Excuse
is
me.
weird.
I'm 25 years old. Like,
Excuse
if you're
me, man.
like, I'm a fucking,
yeah, I'm-
you know?
Yeah.
We're just from a different school. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So my biggest question is, how does a kid from Massachusetts end up going on tour with Griselda?
Who was I just? I keep looking at Shamil. He's so far away. Hello over there. That's how dope this studio is. It's you're
Right.
not just fucking crammed in a fucking room. This shit's amazing.
shout out
but-
Reverly House.
Yeah, shout out. This place is
Yes.
incredible. Shout out all
We
you
love
guys
our
for
Yeah,
doing
appreciate
this.
you, bro. We
Yeah,
appreciate
shout out
you
for
so
having me.
much.
This is awesome. But when I was like 17, Conway did Middle East Upstairs in Boston, which holds maybe 100 people.
Oh wow.
And I bought a
Okay.
meet and greet ticket because I've been listening since Reject 2. That was so I was early.
Early.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
literally saw the album cover with the bullet holes in the back of his head and shoulder, and I love just if I like a cover, I'll listen to the music. And that
Yeah.
cover was
Yes.
so hard that I listened to it, and that's how I remember listening to it for the first time, Beloved, and pulling over on the side of the road on Cape Cod. Like, I remember hearing that song on Reject 2 for the first time
Right.
and pulling over on the side of the road. Like,
Just like,
that
whoa.
shit changed my life in that
Right.
moment before. And that's 2015. So now go to 2017.
Right.
Conway's
Whoa.
performing at Middle East Upstairs, and I buy a meet and greet ticket, and I take the picture with him, and I'm so nervous that I couldn't even talk to him. So he does the rest of the meet and greet, and I'm like, I fucked up. Like, I just wanted to tell him how much he inspired me. Like, and I see him go outside, and never follow a rapper outside.
No.
Never follow a rapper outside, but I followed
Noted.
him outside. I was dumb
Right.
as hell. I had a blunt that I had ran out of weed for, so I had put half tobacco gut, half weed in a backwood, and I'm smoking it, trying to hand it to him. I think he probably took one hit. DJ Shay was there.
Oh, that's
Just
dope.
rest in
Shay.
peace.
Yeah,
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace. I'm so thankful I got to meet him because they were so kind. And he literally took a hit of this, and he was like, "This is you. You have
Yeah,
this." Like,
take this
Yeah,
back.
that's funny.
and I talked to them outside for honestly 30, 40 minutes. Like, they had no reason to talk to me. I was a nerdy young white kid from Massachusetts who was just saying I was inspired by their music to do my comedy.
Yeah.
And so that's how
That's
Conway
awesome.
first met me, and he remembered me throughout all the times I saw him.
That's dope.
And then
That is cool.
I got really drunk one time. I met him on a fucking meet and greet at the Middle East downstairs, and I made a fool. I was just too drunk, and he wasn't fucking with me after that one.
No.
And then I introduced him to my friend who was selling him bud and shit, and my friend vouched for me, and then he was like, "Well, I saw a couple of the podcasts you've done, and if you got vouched for, I do want to do the podcast sometime." And then he saw a bunch. He saw the one with Two Official and Goose. Shout out both amazing dudes. But Goose is part of Drumwork.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had Goose.
We
Oh,
just had
yeah,
those
yeah. So
things.
he's incredible. So Conway watched that interview, and he tweeted, "I'm coming on Bucked Up."
Yo.
And that was kind of that, and he put that on the vinyl without even telling me. I literally was in Rochester in a fucking random girl's apartment, and I saw the IG Live, and I heard the IG Live with my song being played.
Yeah.
And so that just led to the whole thing. That just
That's
kind of
awesome.
Tour.
yeah, that's the to being able to
Jeez.
go
That's
to all
really
the
dope.
dates where I got into the events, and then in New York they didn't have enough passes, so I had to buy a ticket. So I buy a ticket to New York, and then after that they're like, well, you get the artist pass. Like I had all the other ones, but I
Yeah.
got the fucking lanyard, and I have
Oh,
that shit
that's
framed
what's
up
up.
and
That's
shit.
dope.
Like
That's dope.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a wonderful trip.
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Right.
Like I have the Rolling Loud lanyard, that the Danny Brown special like artist lanyard from that. I just
Yeah.
have certain things that I love. I'll frame it up like it's artwork. I have so
That
much.
is amazing.
Yeah.
I got one from an EDM fucking festival my homie fucking did, and that experience is crazy. But going to see like your favorite fucking rappers, like I
Right.
got to see one of my favorite EDM artists, which is crazy. But like rap is like so much bigger part of my fucking life, and to see
Yeah.
them like VIP and be sitting right next to him smoking with him and shit blow my fucking mind. Just to even
Right.
sit down with Conway, like sitting down with Benny was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was really,
Everybody in
Yeah.
between is fucking amazing.
yeah.
Like, but like
We've been
these
blessed.
dudes, yeah.
I mean, we're sitting here with Sam
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Buck,
Dude,
yo.
dude,
Yo,
you
like-
you are the biggest inspiration for me doing a podcast. Period. Like you and the chick Chandra. Like I watched your fucking podcast and I'm like, yo, dude, this shit is so fucking dope. This dude
means
is
a
so
lot.
Yeah, man.
this dude is so fucking amazing. I'm like, and everyone, I see the comments like, oh, why does a nerdy white dude fucking get to fucking interview these dudes? And I'm like,
Dude,
because
really?
he's fucking
Yeah,
dope.
like,
Yeah.
like
what the
fucking
fuck?
listen to this man,
Yeah.
yo.
Like,
for
and
real.
he's funny at that. Like,
Yeah.
you could just get to fucking experience fucking dope ass shit and fucking this sit down right here is fucking amazing.
No, absolutely,
Like,
man. Yeah, I was really hoping this was gonna happen one day.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
really, to hear that does really mean a
because
lot.
we've been working up. Like
Yeah.
we see what you've been doing, and then we
Yeah.
move our own way. But we collecting them like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
That's-
it's funny because, like, all right, so I'm telling all those crazy stories about
Yeah.
all those crazy experiences. To me, though, like, that's all, like, those feel like dreams. To me,
Right.
I am the kid from Massachusetts. I'm 25 years old, so I'm not a kid, but I'm the guy from Massachusetts who, like, from Fitchburg who, like, I don't know. I was in a really fucking dark place, and quarantine saved me. Like starting the podcast, which wasn't even about rap. Like that shit saved me, and it's weird to me that people listen to it. It's weird to me that people know about it at all. Because to me, I started it because I went through a breakup. I went through a really bad breakup a week before it was so if people won't remember this, but quarantine happened on a leap year. So I got broken up with on February 29th of that leap year. It was a really bad breakup. Whatever. Everyone goes
Yeah.
through breakups,
Yeah.
but it's like
Right.
it's like that thing where
That
it's
was
like,
that
but
one.
when you go through it,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that
And I'm all
one.
good
Yeah.
now, but I did that, and then quarantine hit,
Oh.
and I was just like, I couldn't perform comedy. I've been doing comedy longer than the podcast. I couldn't do anything.
Well, that was literally 2 weeks after.
Literally, so
Yeah,
I couldn't
like-
do
Yeah,
any. It
not
was
even
like,
a month later.
it was
like,
so. I
nothing.
just had
Oh.
and I had just gotten laid off from my job, which was nice to get unemployment. But it was just like I
Yeah,
felt
just boom,
meaningless.
boom,
I
boom,
felt like
boom.
I had no purpose, and I had a DMT experience, but I don't even want to like add that into the story because it makes
Gotcha.
it makes it like it takes people away from it, you
Right,
know.
right, right.
So
I
that's
gotcha.
let's say
Yeah.
that's not part of the story. I
Okay.
do that, and in that I realize I need to take myself seriously if I ever want to do that shit. So I start the podcast not with rap, not even in the forefront of my mind. Just if you go back to my first episodes, it's all open mic comedians. and I started the podcast to hold myself accountable, and that maybe my ex, bro, I started Bucked Up so maybe my ex could hear that I was trying to better myself.
Yeah, because you were
Yo.
trying to get like the
Well-
people.
Do you know how stupid that is looking at like what I do now?
Yeah.
Like looking at who I am now, that's what started the podcast?
Because in the
it
beginning,
started
Yeah.
the fire,
But
though,
it
right?
started- yeah.
Exactly. But it's just like that was
was
the
that
whole
match.
thing. And then I DM'd Hologram, who was fucking literally did my podcast. He's DJ. He's Mayhem Loren's brother.
Yeah.
Dope.
Dope.
He did my podcast as a bit. He had never done any interviews,
Oh,
and he's
shit.
like, "I'm gonna do this open mic comedians podcast as a bit, literally." And he debuted his DJ Muggs album on my podcast, and I loved rap so much, like to do that. I literally was like, "Oh, I get to do rap news."
Yo.
And that's like, that's the real fire that started it. But that shit's so crazy looking back because that was the origin, literally. And that's why it's weird that people listen to it. Because to me, I'm still just holding myself accountable.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I feel you.
I'm still just holding myself accountable to keep doing what I think I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
you
you're
know?
great at it.
Yeah, that's
Fuck.
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, because I was like in the beginning, it was like supposed to be like you were getting input from other people and
Yeah,
your
they're really
guests.
partying.
Yeah.
Like to
Mhm.
They really are.
better yourself, and I was like, damn. And then it switched into a fucking. I know they
Yo,
got
they're
it
jamming.
They're
the fuck
really
out.
jamming.
There you
But
go.
it's funny because I can't even hear it, but I hear it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's
just
like,
the.
yeah.
It's
and
so
the
funny.
flashing.
It's like when you listen to an audiobook and there's like a little bit of music behind.
right? Right?
Or your neighbor's car down the road.
Yeah, they just pulled into the fucking street.
Unless you're on the west side, then the windows are down and they're doing 5 miles an hour. Really bad reggaeton. I said it. She flipped
Somebody
me out.
had to say it.
Whoa.
Look, on
We
my
totally
block,
diverted.
No,
I'm
listen.
sorry.
Yeah, now I
Sorry.
forgot.
Also, it's called Bucked Up because I get fucking high. People want to give me people.
Yes.
Spaced out.
People want
Thank
me to
you.
give a good interview to these rappers. They're like, "Why aren't you asking better questions?"
You're like, I'm
it's
lit.
called Bucked Up. Are you fucking
Yeah,
kidding
like
me?
that.
I'm
Dude.
so fucked up.
Yeah.
during
That's
every
exactly like this
interview.
one. Like
Yeah,
what-
you guys are
You want-
dumb. If you want me to give a good interview, you're dumb. I'm
Yeah.
high. I'm high. I'm high right now. I fucking put a fucking half gram of wax in this fucking joint, and I did the dab. Like,
Yeah, and another dab's about to come in. They're about to start the
yeah,
fucking volcano.
I won't. I literally will never say no to. I will
Yeah.
No.
outsmoke all of
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
guys.
No, I
Oh.
just like
I
this is
don't
what
know
I
about
learned.
that.
This
love
is
it.
what I
I
learned
love
a
it.
long time ago. If it's handed to you, you just smoke it.
Yeah.
You
You just smoke it.
even
I'll
if you-
smoke this light bulb. I don't give a fuck.
Even if it's one
Hand it
fucking
to
hit,
me.
Right?
one fucking hit and pass it, it's all right. Just keep it moving. Just get
Hell
high.
yeah. Hells yes.
Just keep getting high.
So what should we have? Should we have the Zax cake?
No, he
Oh,
already.
it's already loaded.
Oh hell yeah.
It's
Zax
preloaded.
cake.
I don't even know.
He
the
used the
house
house
weed.
blend.
We've had the house blend
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
in this tray for
The
like
fucking
a
house
week.
blend.
It was just this week's house
Yeah.
blend. It's all been like pretty like top shelf.
Fuck yeah.
So we're just gonna get lit.
Okay.
So, do you got a
I'm not
favorite
mad.
dispensary in fucking Boston?
In
Or
Boston?
Or in Mass.
Massachusetts?
Oh yeah. So
Massachusetts,
the
period.
Happy Center in Fitchburg.
Do you hear this, mister?
Is that what it's called? The Happy Center. Can I Google it? I don't want to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
rude on my
No,
phone.
No, you're good.
You're good.
We go
I
to
was
Theory Wellness.
No, fucking. If you're buying in Mass, you got to do that shit, not through a dispensary.
Oh, I'm just gonna call you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got you.
Thank you.
It's just, I don't know. It's in fucking Mass. They don't give out a ton of licenses, so the
Yeah.
prices are really high. The Healing Center, but that they have pretty good prices.
Oh,
The
okay.
Healing Center, but no, that shit's always.
Well,
It's like, and that shit's not good. I don't
Yeah.
know, like.
Well, Mr. Hippie Chic works in the New England area, and so he he goes through Mass a lot and started going to Theory Wellness because it was right on his way, and kind of seen it throughout its evolution. But like the last time we bought Chocolate for you, right?
Oh yeah.
And
that
then
was-
he had gone in and asked for like hash rosin, and they were like, we don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, how do you not know what I'm talking about?
They don't.
Like-
Mass is not like that. It's just super expensive. Like, all right, you're gonna be paying $45, $50 an eighth.
just push this.
Yeah, the first time I ever smoked weed was out of a volcano. Actually,
Hell yeah.
I don't even think I got
Hell
high.
yeah.
I just think it was a good excuse for me to eat hella food that night.
Oh, then you bet. Yeah, that's true, right?
You know, I was like, oh, I'm so stoned. Let me order 2 sandwiches.
Right.
It's gonna be me after the podcast.
Yeah, we my
Ooh,
wife
that
and
house
I
blend is
we
kinda
won
nice.
this on a I don't know, we like bought a raffle ticket. Dude, we didn't even buy a raffle ticket. They were like $25 a piece. She just gave us one,
I've
What?
always
and we won.
the 2 things I want
That's
is
amazing.
a volcano and a Puffco.
Oh.
They're
I
both-
won clit charm or
A
clit,
what?
clit pearls for my banger.
Yeah, wait, you heard that right? Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
I
all right,
totally won those recently.
All right, that like
I don't even have funny. I don't
this
have.
is where,
Like it just stopped.
don't have
Everybody
I don't
doesn't
have
know
any
how to
fo-
say anything. Like
I have no follow-up questions.
right. We're sitting here with a comedian who like is like the master at this.
I'm
shit.
sorry.
And he's
Fucking-
turning red, yo.
Yeah, the term
I'm
clit
sorry.
banger shouldn't.
No,
like, oh
it
my
was
God,
a clit
you-
pearl for my banger.
Oh, okay, all right. So you guys listen to fucking the new Sauce Walker? You guys listen to the new Sauce Walker album? I love
couple
Sauce
songs.
Walker. I love on the song "Good Coochie" though. He goes something like, "Shamil, what does he say? I be fucking on her clit or something. I be fucking her clit hard or something."
Wait,
and I'm
what?
like, "What
How
the
does
fuck?
that
What are
happen?
you doing, Sauce
Yeah.
Walker? What that I don't know about?"
Yeah, what is this new shit, babe? We're gonna have to try that
Yeah.
one, I think.
And I'm like,
That sounds
Sauce
scary.
Walker, what are you
That's- No,
doing?
that sounds scary. To be
that's
honest.
when I heard your clit banger thing. I'm just Sauce Walker lyrics are just flying.
No, he's like clit.
Oh, it must be a thing.
Sauce Walker banging on that clit.
Misfire.
I do hear some of these rappers are lying about the sex they're having
I think
because
so.
their shit's not true. Like,
Yeah. No,
their
like how do
shit's
you
not
fuck a
true.
clit?
I don't know. Kevin Gates went hard with that shit, and then
His
it got out
shit's
of
true
hand.
though.
What
His
about-
shit's true.
Yeah.
Only Kevin Gates. Only
I
Kevin
believe
Gates.
like
Kevin
Kevin.
Gates is. Yo,
And
that
I
man-
would agree if Nick Cannon started doing some shit songs like that.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
like, yeah,
Oh yeah.
you and your
Nick-
800 kids, Nick.
I went to a Kevin Gates concert because I do love Kevin Gates. I won't.
For
I won't
sure,
even lie.
bro.
75% lesbians. I'm not joking. 75% of the audience
Wow.
was lesbians.
That's an amazing
I
statistic.
was like, it felt like the Ani DeFranco concert I went
Oh,
to.
man.
Like,
I lost my vape.
Yo,
Oh,
I brought a girl on a first date to an Ani DeFranco concert. Duh, she's
and
a
she
lesbian.
she
Like,
left. Yeah, it's like she left with the chick next to you, right? Yeah,
yeah,
no,
like-
right.
The fuck?
Yeah, that
she just
happened
got
to
a
me.
free Ani DeFranco ticket out of
Right,
it.
it happened
I
to
was
me
like
and Tori
17
Amos.
years
Yeah.
old.
She was already texting
I said I was
that
done
girl.
with date stories. I apologize.
So you brought that up. They brought up a
know.
really bad core memory. I thought I forgot about that time I saw Tori Amos.
That's
Oh,
so
God.
funny.
Yeah. Sometimes you see bad music. Sometimes you see good music.
Oh.
Sometimes you see it.
Bad concerts? Let's talk about that. This
Bad.
summer we went to one. That Nelly concert was fucking
Oh.
horrible.
Yo,
Well-
leave him alone.
Yo, and
He's
then
got $82 million.
Well, when did he turn into country rap?
Oh, when he realized that's where the money's made?
Yo.
When did country rap become
Did
even
y'all
a thing?
see that
The
video?
dude who said the fucking N-word had the Lil Durk song.
Third, yep, that guy.
What?
The country singer.
Yeah, which one
Who
is
had
that?
like a TikTok. Dude, I don't know. Nothing
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like, I
what's
don't
that
know
guy's
what you're
name?
saying.
Damn it. I should know this shit.
There was
Dude,
this country singer who
Yeah.
had like a TikTok come out of him.
Oh
saying
no,
the
I know
N-word.
that.
But he had a song with Lil Durk where Lil Durk does country music is like apologizing to him saying the N-word.
Oh,
It was weird.
that's
What?
weird.
Because they realized that country's where the music is. Like,
yeah,
the
no, that
money,
makes
the
sense.
money's
yeah, the
Yo,
money's there,
they-
right?
Yo, I've been saying
Stop.
like, and they smoke weed.
Yeah.
I went to a fucking
It's-
country concert. That shit was more packed at Darien Lake than any rap concert
I
went
would
to this
hate
summer.
to go to a country
Oh,
concert.
yeah. I don't.
Trust me, it's the
Yeah,
worst thing on
it
the
is.
planet.
You know what's a great concert? I've now seen Weird Al 2 times.
I
Weird
would
Al?
love to see Weird Al.
puts on
So-
a great fucking
We have our
concert.
own local kind of Weird Al that I've seen
I
live a bunch of
love
times.
Weird Al, and that is on my list.
I saw him with the
Dr.
Boston
Dirty.
Symphony Orchestra.
What?
My dad. It was the only time my dad and I got way too high together. We did he did 50.
That's dope.
He did 50 milligrams. I did 500 milligrams, and we were front row at
Yo.
Weird Al with the Boston Symphony Orchestra.
must have been
That's
Amazing.
hilarious.
crazy.
I want to see the
I would
Blue
love
Man
that.
group.
I've seen them when I was young.
I think I saw them when I was
Yo,
younger.
I just watched a fucking video on YouTube. After
Yeah.
fucking scrolling and seeing Sam's face like 100 times too. It's like, yo, dope as fuck. I'm like, oh, another Sam video. Oh, this one's old as shit. God damn. Like I get the old videos now. They're coming in.
Right.
It is crazy though. I have been getting more views on old ass videos.
Yeah, it seems like that the algorithm
algorithm
has pushed your
turned
older
around, yeah.
videos to the forefront. So
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's a very nice thing, but I
Yeah.
can't watch any of it.
No, I don't watch my. I don't watch.
No.
I don't
You
watch
don't?
this.
I
cut,
sometimes watch this.
how I cut my
can't.
clips.
I have it on in the background.
I don't even mean to get too in the weeds of this, but how I cut my clips is I literally just I scroll, and if my face looks happy, I'll stop the camera, and if it seems like that's a good clip, I'll cut it. Like I can't watch the podcast.
No, I
No?
edit. I edit the podcast too. So I sit back there and I pick little the clips, and I have to get really fucking big to do it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I hate my voice.
Yeah, and I
It's
don't. I
annoying.
just.
It's so annoying.
I hate myself on the fucking.
No, it's,
Me too,
no, it's
bro.
awful. No, it really is. Like I feel it. I feel it. I can't imagine so you're on stage a lot.
Yeah.
That has to be do you have ear monitors to
No.
so you just go because you don't want to hear that shit, right? Does it
Yeah,
matter?
and I record my sets, and I
Oh.
don't really like listening to them at all. I
No.
usually don't. It's so tough. That's what I mean. To me, the
Yeah.
podcast is like a journal, so it's weird to promote it. I feel like
Right.
I feel like I could promote it way better, but I just
I think it's done pretty decent organically.
I mean,
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
2020, you've grown.
I hit 6,000 followers a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
That's awesome. I
That's
do
pretty dope.
remember Topher talking about you when he first started this whole thing.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's
fucking-
crazy to hear.
Yo,
Yeah,
the,
man.
the fucking funniest thing was the fucking pillow though. Your mom made the fucking pillow.
Yo, the pillow.
That is.
I should
that
set
is
the
a good
story
one.
straight on the pillow on
Okay,
this
set it
podcast.
straight.
Yo, and you got one for this Christmas too, right?
Yeah, of the picture of Benny and me.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, so now we
Dude,
gotta
that
get
shit
it.
was even
Now you need a
funnier.
picture of a picture of a picture for next year.
Literally.
Yo, I was dying laughing.
All right,
So-
so come on.
Yeah. What's
My
up with
mom's funny as hell. I
Yeah.
got my humor, so she made that pillow as a bit. She
Right.
thought this
Yeah.
shit's hilarious. Let me make a pillow of Sam with one of the hardest rappers ever.
That's fucking hilarious.
And I now have
dude.
one with all of Conway West, but the one with Benny, I posted a picture of it, and Benny was like, "I need me one of those."
Mm-hmm.
So my mom made him one of those, and
So awesome.
That's amazing.
and I brought it to him. He had some event at some weed event in Western Mass, and I brought him the pillow, and the whole event he's standing the whole time, and Benny has had some problems with his leg. He's had, he was shot in his leg, so
Yeah.
it's hard for him to stand
Yeah.
up for long periods of time like that, and 100% understandably. So he does the whole meet and greet, and I have a pass, so I'm just chilling in the back, and he comes to the back, and I'm like, hey, I had give him the pillow before. He had told me to do stand-up, which I hate doing stand-up in the moment. I didn't. I froze. And then he started doing bits at me, and I was like, damn, you're better in the moment telling jokes than I am. But afterwards, I take the picture with him, and his leg's in so much pain that's why he looks so unhappy in the picture.
Yeah.
Is because his leg is killing him. But the picture's so funny because he looks so upset.
Right, yeah.
And no one knows that he knows who I am, that I know who he is, that he asked for the pillow. They
Right.
just see the picture of him upset and me nerdy as hell holding
holding
it,
this pillow.
smiling.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
right.
cheese in every picture.
Dude,
I'm
that
not.
shit was
I can't look
epic.
tough,
It
I
was.
can't. mean mug.
Wait, try
You
it.
don't even seem
Well,
like you.
yeah,
could-
no.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
not at all. Not
Yeah,
at
it
all.
doesn't
His
even
mean
seem
mug
like,
had a smile.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
tease like that's so that picture went like someone took it like months out, like it went super big when I posted it, but then someone like months later posted it on Twitter, didn't tag me, just posted it, and that shit went hella viral.
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit went like crazy viral, like everyone was seeing
Yo,
that
that's just-
so much that like my girl knows nothing about any, like she's so smart, but she doesn't know anything about the underground rap world. She doesn't know what Westside Gunn is. She now does, but you know
feel
what
that.
I mean.
Right,
Like,
I feel that over here.
outside of that, she doesn't know anything about it. So I fucking, when we started dating, I was like, look at this picture that went viral of me. It's so stupid. She's like, wait, that's you?
Yo.
Like it went so viral that she had
She
seen the
knows.
picture
Oh my god.
But
we
before,
started
okay.
dating, not knowing
That's
any
amazing.
of that shit.
That
so
is
like,
amazing.
yeah, that pillow shit's so funny, and now my mom made me the
Wait,
pillow
that's
of the
you?
picture, literally.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yo, your mom. Yo, so you're.
And my
really
mom's a
close,
G,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're really
Right.
close with your family, huh?
Yeah, wicked.
Yo, because that.
Oh,
that
that's
There it
like,
is.
That's the one, only Wicked. So if we
Oh,
had a
That's
Wicked
a-
count, that would only be one.
Yeah.
Besides the three I just
I do
Can
say
you-
wicked a lot.
Can you say park the car and feed?
I don't
the
have an
meter?
accent. Park the car.
Yeah.
Park
he
the car and
actu-
feed the
he has a
meter.
fucking, he says his ours. Yeah.
I
Right.
do. Oh, don't,
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
why.
don't get me in trouble. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't say any word that ends in R. I don't say in any
Oh,
form.
no.
Are you a Patriots fan?
You motherfucker.
You're the one setting me up for trouble.
That was hilarious.
I guess I'm a Patriots fan. I don't really. When I was a kid, I was super into sports, like super. I memorized every stat on every baseball card, all that shit. But I don't.
Crazy.
I don't
Boo
care
the
about
man.
I don't care about sports
doesn't
now.
care about
Okay.
I
sports.
really don't care
Yay.
about
He's
sports.
like, fuck sports.
I
Is
was,
it
well,
like-
I was saying boo when he was a Patriots fan.
Literally, I was trying to make podcasts tomorrow. I was like, maybe I'll stay in Buffalo another day and do podcasts tomorrow. But it's fucking Buffalo Bills are playing tomorrow.
They are.
So it's like, yeah, no one wants to do that shit. I was like, oh, I didn't even know.
You
know,
should just go
like-
stand outside the stadium and just catch random people.
Yeah, I'm going back. We're driving back to Mass tonight.
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 That's
These
a long
guys,
drive.
These guys got a
It's
journey.
7 hours, yeah.
I've
In the
driven
dark.
there a couple
And
times.
that's not a fun drive. Like you take the 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really boring.
Yeah, we're two dudes. We'll sleep in the car. I don't give a fuck if we need to
Right.
pull over.
Oh yeah, no, I know. It's just such a boring like.
Women
nothing
can't
to see
sleep in
drive.
their car, though.
I have.
Alone?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like.
When people are like, men and women are equal, it's like, you can't sleep in your car alone. Like, you just.
But why couldn't I?
Unless you're strapped.
Well, you could.
You could, but I think a creeper would knock on your window more than
You
would
can't
knock
get
on
And I would
mine.
probably creep them out just as much.
I guess you're all right. Maybe I'm
Like
the
I
maybe
might
I'm the
wake up
sexist
and be
one.
like this,
I could be the sexist
and he
one.
might be like, "Holy shit, I gotta get away."
That you just gotta make a really start making really crazy faces.
What if
Yeah.
he likes that
Yeah.
though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But what?
you
Like,
never
so my
know.
doors are locked.
Your windows are too easy. When I do it,
So you
I
don't
come
Wait,
think
when you
some
do
crazy?
what?
You don't think
When I
some crazy
fucking-
lot lizard is gonna come up and be like,
when I get to
Yo.
a when I get to a rest stop to sleep there, I don't get out the fucking vehicle. Like I lock the doors. I fucking put the shield in the front.
"Was that too
I
much?"
fucking cover the windows and I go to sleep. Ain't nobody knowing who the fuck's in the car.
I want the whole lot lizard
Okay.
clip.
Lot lizard.
I need that like on like fucking a continual loop. Please, Mr. Green, when this comes out.
Dude. Fucking lot lizard.
Oh my god. How did we get to lot lizard?
I don't know. We get
Love it.
weird places sometimes.
Oh my gosh, Shamil and I, we had a long drive. We did the drive like 12 hours to Detroit straight
Oh yes,
there.
yeah, it's like
And so we
extra
were just
four.
being dumb by the end of it, just running bits
Mm-hmm.
back and forth. And we were like, what if all truck drivers were women and there was just dude lot lizards? Yes.
Yes, that's the best.
I think the hoiest
funny would that
slinger
be?
there is. Bro, just slinging dick from rest stop to rest stop. Like, fucking-
Holy shit.
So then my question, so you know the monster, right? That serial killer?
yeah.
Would she then look like a woman?
Yeah, it's just fucking Caitlyn Jenner. Killing more people on the road. add into the statistics, up in those numbers.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's just Caitlyn Jenner.
I didn't say that. It was a puppet.
It was. I didn't see your mouth move. I didn't see your mouth move.
It was the joint dog.
It was the joint talking.
Fucking joint.
Goddamn weed.
Oh,
Got me talking all weird and
Right.
stuff.
So you got
I get to. Oh my god, I'm so worried that like if I'm in green rooms and shit, it's like I turn my comedian side off. Like I can't be acting a fool. I'll say
No,
some
right. I bet.
crazy shit.
I bet.
I can't tell the story on the
How do you
podcast.
turn
I
it
will
off?
tell you guys a story
After-
afterwards.
okay, can't
but
wait.
I can't
No,
tell it on the
alright.
podcast. I came all right, I'll tell a version of it. I won't say names. I was in a rapper's green room. I was walking into a rapper's green room, and a rapper I didn't know and his manager I did know were in the room. So I walk up to the manager like, look at this fucking pussy. How the fuck did he get in here? Just being a dickhead comedian because we're friends. And the rapper, who's his artist, had no idea who I was
Oh,
and
no.
why the fuck I was talking to his manager like that. So he's
Oh
like,
my god.
I was almost said his name. The manager was like, whoa, like, no, it's okay, we know each other. 'Cause he's like, I almost fucking beat your ass right in this green room. And
Yo.
ever since then, I was like, I'm quiet. I'm not gonna say crazy shit.
Yeah.
That's like,
I got to remember that when I talk to my kids' teachers.
Right.
because I was like, I don't want to get fucking like pistol whipped in this
Right.
green room.
I just don't know how to turn it off. Like when it
That's
just
like-
comes in my head, it just like
that's like me with like meeting all these rappers. Like, it's hard for me to be like, yo, can I get an autograph, or like, can you sign this for me? Because it's like I don't want to be a fanboy because I'm working here.
Yeah, I try never to do that stuff. I ask for pictures when it's like the right moment, but I've had so many great moments that I've like never have pictures of. Like fucking,
Yeah.
I have a fucking last Thanksgiving in Danny's fucking living room on mushrooms with him and Hannibal Buress. Like,
What
Love it.
it's 4 a.m. on Thanksgiving and I'm on mushrooms. It's like, couldn't ask for a picture, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's just a memory in my head.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
dope as fuck.